made my girlfriend cry for admitting that my best friend is more attractive than her. I, 25 male, have been dating my girlfriend, 24 female, for almost a year. Before we became official, we were friends for at least 4 years. Other than my girlfriend, the second most important person in my life is my best friend, 24 female. We have been best friends for more than a decade, and she's been there for me for all my lowest points. I literally would not have survived this long without her. Our relationship is purely platonic. I admit I've had a crush on her before, so we both admitted it would be better for us to stay as best friends, and that was that. She isn't the stereotypical girl best friend either. She's just my best friend who happens to be a female. She respects boundaries, and I'd like to believe that she genuinely sees me as a friend and vice versa. We've been each other's support systems for a long time and even trust each other more than our own parents. So recently, my girlfriend asked me if I think she's prettier and more attractive than my best friend. For context, my best friend is a successful fashion model and influencer. She looks like your typical model influencer, tall, slender, clear skin, while my girlfriend is honestly short, quite chubby, and has a lot of acne. Just even the way that you're talking about your girlfriend is like weird.
Yeah, like, so she like is ugly.
No, like my girlfriend is like ugly.
Objectively, like the influencer, like she's famous for being beautiful. So she like, obviously she's objectively. So like, I'm gonna absolve myself of all this because she's like clearly like, if people think that she's hot, my
fabulous job. I love my girlfriend. I really do. She has social anxiety and thus sometimes goes for long periods of time without contacting me.
I feel like you're kind of just throwing in these little tidbits of like, I love her. She's a bitch.
I love her, but she's ugly and she doesn't talk to me.
She smells, but she's beautiful.
I've never once felt any doubt or temptation to cheat or find someone else. I accept and love her as she is. But you don't think she's beautiful though? I don't really like how you're talking about her already. When she asked that question, I answered yes. I believe my best friend is prettier and more attractive than her. I mean, come on, my girlfriend is a normal girl and my best friend literally gets paid and receive lots of free stuff solely for her looks.
Buddy, I think you're just sort of digging yourself a grave here.
You're digging a nice little hole all the way to hell. Nice little shortcut. I'll be waiting on the other end of the hole. She got offended and she started crying. She hasn't talked to me in a while either. I don't understand why she's acting that way. I mean, the answer was obvious, but it doesn't make me love her any less. She was asking that question for validation. She was not asking for your honest answer.
It's like, do you love me? You gotta say yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, wait.
Of course I love you.
You serious?
I love you so much.
You serious?
I love you so
You love
much.
me?
I love you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My wings just got a little firmer.
There's kids watching. I clearly chose to date her instead of other women. I accept her as a whole package. I told my best friend about my answer and she slapped me.
She slapped you.
Now she's been on my to make it right.
That's so awkward for the friend, too.
Yeah, it is.
Is that like your way of maybe taking another shot at this friend, buddy?
It could be. It could have also been that he was looking for validation, that he, didn't say something untoward. But the reason why the best friend slapped him is because women know the answer to this, and it's we don't want to be told that we're less pretty or ugly or our outfit sucks. At the end of the day, we're asking your opinion because we want you to tell us that we're pretty.
You don't really want my opinion. You want an answer.
You know that what the correct answer is? You are the most beautiful person that I have ever known.
Let's actually reenact this whole scene. Ready?
Do you think that your best friend is prettier than me?
You are the most beautiful person I've ever known in my entire life.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, my love.
I hate my best friend. She's ugly and disgusting and I would never... Too far?
No, that was perfect.
Perfect. Okay,
that,
good.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Was I expected to very blatantly lie to my girlfriend? Yes. Wouldn't it have been worse if it wasn't honest? No. Anyone with eyes could clearly see who was the more attractive one. Wouldn't it be a slap to her just to lie to her face that way? It kind of sucks to know that you don't find your girlfriend attractive.
Why are you dating her if you don't find her attractive? Like, how long have they been dating too?
A year.
When I say like you don't find her attractive, I mean like the things he says, it's not just about her appearance, but about like how she's like uncomfortable and awkward and she doesn't talk to him for a while. So like if you don't mesh with her, why the heck are you dating her?
Yeah, for sure. So he said, I don't get why I have to be the bad guy in this situation. And there's an update. I was able to talk to her. She apparently told other people about the situation and everyone, including her own mother, sides with me. She shouldn't have been asking me questions like that when the answer was obvious.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if that's
I don't
true.
believe that
like
at all.
it's clear that she felt like somewhat insecure and in her own feels about how beautiful your best friend is. I think that maybe she was also maybe fishing to see if you liked her because it's like, how could you not? And the way that you answered that question not only made her feel ugly, but also made her question whether or not you have feelings for her best friend. So I disagree with
everyone, including her own mother.
That's a weird thing for her mother to say.
I know, it's weird.
Well, honey, yeah, you are ugly.
She apologized for even asking that question in the first place.
So she apologized.
She apologized, yeah. This girl girl must be really freaking homely for everyone around her to be like, yeah, you're ugly. You shouldn't be forcing people to tell you that you're pretty.
This guy sounds like a sociopath.
Yeah, that's so freaking weird. To everyone saying I should have broken up with her, we're good. I'm feeling very betrayed by my best friend instead because it's clear whose side she took. She's the only one who took my girlfriend's side, probably because she was uncomfortable with how you answered the question. Most of the people we know are also upset at her. These are people who actually know us and the relationship.
Why would they be upset with her?
Well, she slapped him.
Good. She should have slapped him twice.
Yeah, right upside the head. Right upside the...
Weird thing to say.
25 years old is way too old to not understand how dumb that is. Who describes their girlfriend as short, quite chubby, and has a lot of acne? Like, Jesus, that's brutal. If my partner described me like that, there would be a problem. Just the way that he's writing this story about like how he chooses to characterize. I haven't even read one positive quality about his girlfriend. He basically says, I accept her for who she is.
Which is subpar. How old is this kid?
They're 24 and 25.
She should be old enough to...
This is tough because it's like, does someone know something we don't? Because like if everyone is siding with him, I don't know. I think that he's lying. I don't think that people agree with him. I think he's lying all. Too. People of Reddit got mad about how he talked about his girlfriend and the story, and he's trying to seem right in the situation. You know when you're trying to win an argument and you're a narcissist and you say things like, well, everyone else thinks the same, just to like win the argument so you make the person second guess. It's another way of gaslighting. It's saying like everyone thinks you're crazy.
But why are you doing this anonymously on Reddit?
And that's the kicker, right? Yeah, so everybody's just kind of saying, are you sure you don't like the best friend instead of the girlfriend? Yeah. You're the a-hole, you're the a-hole. Okay.
Pretty unanimous.
Yeah, it's pretty magnanimous and
unanimous? Unanimous.
You're kind of a raging, blistering.
I'm trying to think of a context in which people would side with him. Maybe she's like manipulative. Maybe her behavior or something like that we're missing.
Yeah, I don't really see it either. I honestly think that he's lying about everyone agreeing with him.
Well, everyone says she's like a kind of ugly.
Everyone else says she's ugly. Imagine
Look, come on.
that.
Look, my best friend. Like, she's obviously famous for being good looking.
I mean, on the one hand, it's like, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. But at the same time, it goes without saying that you should be attracted to your own girlfriend.
Maybe it was like an attempt to have another shot at his best friend.
Possibly.
Like, look what I did. See, like, I'm in a stable relationship for a year. Now I'm ready for you. I just told her. I confessed my love to you by admonishing her. I know, some weird manipulative
there's some weird stuff going on here. I think her girlfriend deserves better.
Sure does.
But I think I can make some room for you down here in the fiery pits of hell.
I'm kind of jealous. I want someone up here. I'm lonely up in the clouds.
I'm a man, honey. I can appreciate a woman's beauty. I'm not some little soy boy. You could take it as a compliment. If I had a decent-looking woman hitting on me, I'd be happy about that and look into it further. If I had a decent-looking man hitting on me, I'd do the same. Sadly, I don't. You should be happy about it. Take my harassment and love it. My boyfriend got his side pregnant, but we both love each other. Should I stay? Yes, they'll need a clown for the kids' birthday parties. 1961 Buick Flamingo with rotating front seat. Imagine your mom having this when you were younger. She could just do a 360 and beat your ass. For some reason, the look on this woman's face does look like she's gonna beat somebody. But y'all are not ready for this conversation. Got AirPods, sorry. Can't relate. Got the pods. OMG, my dad is an electrician at the zoo, and look how he spent his morning. I'm crying. Your dad's small as hell. Is your dad a meerkat? Looks like it. Bike still for sale? Yes, it is. What's the lowest you'll go on it? 2 miles per hour. Anything less than that and you'll tip over. Thanks for the tip. That's not what I meant, but noted. It's a sushi kind of night. Ah, yes, the salmonella roll. Mmm. Delicious. Whisper something dirty in my ear. Your feet. True. Those are some dirty feet, bro. What is your greatest wish? I just want to God in the face. This kid's going places. Not heaven, for sure, but places. I just want a boyfriend that will be giving me 70% of his daily income. But your Twitter name is Miss Independent. True. Getting mixed signals from you. No Time to Die will have a runtime of 2 hours and 43 minutes. Seems like a lot of time to die. You're correct. You're not wrong. That is a rather long time to die. Sorry, Disney, but we'll not be watching this. Neither will my son. It's sad how far left they have gone. Let's keep the propaganda out of kids' movies. That's a shame because your would be perfect to project the movie on for the whole theater. I'm just gonna move on. That's all I'm gonna say. Study. Women need more sleep than men because they use their brains more. All that overthinking and jumping to conclusions. Tell me which stonks to buy. These LMAO. Shouldn't they be dropping soon though? Nice Pokimane. My respect for you just went. Somebody tell William Eilish to relax. Hi, feminism. I made you a sandwich. Knuckle sandwich. Thank you. Looks delicious. A pig's lasts for 30 minutes. Your wife is a lucky lady. Why in the world is there a tomato on this train? Because it's the subway. Silly. Duh. Pharrell has listed his Beverly Hills mansion for $17. Oh, $17 million. This man live in a community college. You're so right. Oh, that looks like York University. What? American girl releases first doll with hearing loss. Wait, the other ones can hear us? Yeah, haven't you seen Toy Story? What do people named Karen think of the a Karen meme? I can't imagine they enjoy it. Karen responds, I do not enjoy it. Do you want to speak to the manager? Disney plans to start shooting Bambi as next live action remake. Was shooting his mother not enough? Huh? If being cute is a crime, I deserve to be arrested and jailed for 100 years. 100 years? For a crime you didn't commit? Oh my god. Blind teen journalist asked Putin for permission to touch him. You are very handsome. In Mother America, you don't touch president. President touches you. Donald Trump cheats at golf. Mike Bloomberg cheats at mini golf. Is this real? I mean, I can't even check because he's banned from Twitter. It goes on forever. 6 minutes? I pity your wife if you think 6 minutes is forever. Maybe he just feels like 6 minutes is forever, you know? 6 minutes is a while. Effing took you so long for a comeback. WTF, finishing up with your sister. Oh, nicely done. That was good. Bologna is just hot dogs for people who like pancakes. Hot dogs are just bologna for people who like... Once in middle school, all the girls were changing back into regular clothes at the end of a class, and a girl walked around the corner where the lockers were, saw me shirtless, and screamed. What the f was she expecting to see? I was a totally flat-chested 11-year-old, so it's not like my chest was unlike any other in the room. Maybe they thought you were a dude for a second? I mean, probably. I don't know.
Am I the a-hole for leaving negative reviews on my son's book? My son's 14. A while ago, he came to us saying he loved writing and wanted to write a book. He wanted us to pay for the editor for it and art for a book cover. Now he's tried a ton of other things, sports, music, etc., and usually gives up after a month. So I was hesitant to give him money for this, but I made a deal. I would pay for a basic edit if he finishes the book. My wife is an artist, so she could whip something up for the cover. I thought that was fair, and my wife thought so too. Well, a few months go by without anything, and I assume he gave up. But 4 months ago, he brought us a finished book. I'm sorry, what? Your son is 14 and he wrote a book? I was excited because this was the first time he committed to something, especially since we didn't push him to do it. Of course, I held to my part of the deal, paid for an editor, and my wife made a cover for publishing an ebook. I was proud of him since I dabbled in writing when I was around his age and could have been published myself. But life got in the way with an unexpected pregnancy, and our lives focused on him. He published over a month ago. He was getting a bit full of himself, though, thinking about becoming a famous author. I was worried he was getting a big head, and I wasn't ready to expect how people would react to his work. I wanted him to keep a level head, so he knew he could still improve and keep working at it. So I started to leave neutral reviews, 3-star reviews on his Amazon page with fake accounts. Bro! He took it well, saying that it was fair, but he didn't take it too seriously because he said the reviews didn't seem like they had read the book, and he would brush them off. Did you read the book? To be fair, I haven't had the time to read it! Shut up! So my reviews were vague. I left harsher 1-star reviews because he didn't take the earlier ones seriously and really dug into it, complaining about specific pages. Okay, so this is something that you do before the book is published. You give constructive criticism. I would skip to a specific page and type how the review hated this or that thing to add more details so he would take it more seriously. Well, he broke down crying around dinner the other day, saying he hated the reviews he's getting on the book. He wants to keep writing, but he's too scared to publish again, which might be for the best if he can't handle a bit of critique from strangers on the internet. You're not a stranger, you're his dad! My wife knew I was doing this, as I tell her everything, but she blames me, saying I went too far. I only left 6 or so reviews, and he's at under 2 stars, so it's not a 1-star review bomb. Yeah, but dude, you do realize that you leaving those reviews is preventing other people from wanting to buy the book, right? Dude, you're like sabotaging his career, and I think it's because he's a writer and you're not. I went soft on most of them, but I admit I went harder on 1 or 2 1-stars. My wife says I need to tell him the truth and just do a relaunch, but I want to stick to my guns on this one. If he can't get through this, he won't make it and won't become a good author if that's what he really wants. I'm baffled. I am baffled by your behavior. You want to know how I know that you're jealous of your own son? You won't read his book. What if it's actually really, really good? Maybe it's actually good, and you're just taking this dream that he has, and you're all over it with your shiza, your dookies. Like, you're 100% the a-hole, but let's see what everybody else had to say. He's clearly jealous of the son because he did what he couldn't do at his age. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Am I the a-hole for manipulating my son by leaving fake bad reviews on his book to keep his ego in check? That's what I don't get. What if he has an ego because it's actually good? The kid is literally 14. Of course he'd think that when he finished writing a book at 14. But instead you want to ruin it and let him cry his eyes out? Terrible father, you're the a-hole. How the hell are they fair reviews if he hasn't read the book? Might be for the best since he can't handle critique. Bruh, you're literally cyberbullying your own kid. I'm lost for words. You're the a-hole. Am I the a-hole for telling my wife that leaving her used pad in my brother's place was inappropriate? My wife and I were invited to my brother's 31st birthday. He's single and lives alone in his apartment. So to give you the heads up, my wife and him don't get along so well, but can be civil enough to sit at the same table. So we went and had dinner and talked and everything, and it was going well. No argument till after my wife went to use the bathroom. Later, my brother went to use the bathroom, then came back looking. He kept giving me and my wife looks, but I didn't know what was going on until he pulled me aside before we left and told me that my wife had left her used pad in his bathroom. What was she supposed to do with it? Carry it around? I was shocked and didn't know what to say because this felt highly inappropriate. He said he didn't appreciate what my wife did and it was a sign of disrespect toward him. I apologized profoundly and said I didn't know about it. He asked me to speak to her or she wouldn't be welcome in his place anymore. We got in the car and I asked my wife about it. She nonchalantly said there was nothing wrong with what she did and my brother was being ridiculous. I flipped and told her it was very inappropriate for her to leave her used pad in his place, even if it was in the bathroom and in the trash can, because it made him uncomfortable. Wow, wait till he sees what being in a relationship is like. She yelled, asking what she was supposed to do, and I told her she could have took it with her and threw it outside, not in his bathroom. That's my brother's place, and he told me how he felt about it. She yelled at me, calling my brother and made me an asshole for getting in her face about it. She said she needed to use the bathroom and it's not like the pad was visible since she dumped it in the trash can. At home, we still argued about it and she kept on calling me and my brother names. She's currently not speaking to me and is avoiding me entirely. I think that's for a variety of reasons. It doesn't surprise me. Let's just say that. Regardless, I felt like it's his place and he gets to express what makes him uncomfortable in it. Or he could like not make your wife uncomfortable about having her period. Like, what the hell? That is so awkward. Like, chill out. Edit, I can't give info or expand on what was seen, but I can tell you that the trash can does not have a lid. It's not like one of those trash cans that have a lid on top and you can push it. What I want to emphasize is on the fact that as guests, we should respect people's homes and not argue about what makes them uncomfortable. I'm sorry, but if your brother has a home and he's inviting people over, and those people might be women, they might have their period and they might need to put things in the trash can. Imagine getting angry about like people coming over and using your bathroom to take, you know, it kind of makes me uncomfortable when you come here and you dookie in my bathroom. Like, why can't you just hold it? disgusting. He said it made him uncomfortable, and that should, in my opinion, be acknowledged. It should be acknowledged that he's making your wife feel uncomfortable about a natural thing that she can't help. She literally can't help it. We don't control that. Oh, see, the way you were describing it made it seem like she left it unwrapped on the edge of the sink or something, but she threw it away in the bin that's meant for trash. So yeah, you're the a-hole. Please walk me through the logic here, because I'm like, you lost me. The pad is too disgusting to put in the bathroom trash can, so you would rather that she put it in a pocket or her purse to carry it around instead. That's a good point. It's too disgusting for the literal trash can, so she should instead carry it on her person during a birthday party. Honestly, I think you should get divorced. Take a ed class and get divorced. Look at this comment. He's single and lives alone. Yeah. And I think it's probably going to stay that way. You know, he should try to think about getting over that. You know, I was once with this guy. We'll call him Greg. We had a little thing going on, and it finally, after some, like, you know, seeing each other around, whatever, we finally decided to go home with each other one night. I was very excited about it, and it was kind of like he was going away and I was staying in the city, so like it was probably the last time I would see him, if not forever. So he comes over, I like spruce up the place, I'm super excited, and then, you know, we're like making out a little bit. And I tell him, I give him a heads up, oh, by the way, like, I have my period. Buddy, he would not touch me after that. It was absolutely stupid. And, like, I gotta say, real men don't care, all right? I'm sorry, are you gonna go to war and be grossed out by some? No, you're not. Warriors do not care about, let alone period. You're grossed out by a period? Oh, come on. How do you think we feel about it? It happens to us every month, and you're grossed out about it?